Shin Megami Tensei 9 has a lot of SMT fans curious, as it is the only game in the franchise to release on the Xbox. Not only this, the game is considered part of the mainline franchise. Because of curiosity, a lot of people have asked the question, is the game worth playing? Hey guys, I'm Risen Unleashed, and in this video, I'll be answering that question. First things first, we need context to the game. Shin Megami Tensei 9 is a failed attempt at an SMT MMO. They planned to have an online mode and a single player mode, but in the end the game just came out as a standalone single player game. This single player mode would focus on telling the story of what occurred in Tokyo, while the protagonist of the first Shin Megami Tensei game was in another world. 9 would also be regarded as the prototype for Shin Megami Tensei Imagine. The game itself is relatively short for a Shin Megami Tensei title, as the plot is actually pretty basic, which is unusual for these games. The game focuses on the survivors of the apocalyptic war of 1990X, as they attempt to rebuild society. The first project is a digital world meant to recreate Tokyo before it was destroyed by ICBM's Idea Space. Idea Space experiences glitches known as noise that manifest demonic entities. Because of the way the Idea Space works, damage inflicted inside will also afflict the user in the real world, so the noise must be eliminated as a matter of public safety. You as the player are assigned as a debugger and are sent to stop the noise. The story of this game is heavily geared towards people who have played the first Shin Megami Tensei, and without knowing the story of that game, you feel extremely lost in this one. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means your experience of this title will generally be worse without having played the first one. Then you have the gameplay aspect. You get to traverse throughout Tokyo, however the camera is locked, so you are forced to play at certain angles. A demon will follow you while moving throughout the overworld of the game, which is pretty neat. But moving away from the overworld, we get into the nitty-gritty combat gameplay. There isn't much real gameplay with this aspect at all, because while you're in combat, your demons will just automatically attack. You can assign various tactics for your demons to use, and you can summon allies to allow their demons to support your own. This all occurs in real time. And because it all occurs in real time, the system is very confusing and unrewarding to use, and ultimately makes the game hard to grasp sometimes. There is a neat RTS hacking game where you position yourself and your team to take over objectives, but it does feel relatively slow, just like the rest of the game. If you can get around these flaws, then Shin Megami Tensei 9 is worth playing. Otherwise, I would highly recommend playing another game in the franchise. The game didn't feel worth it, even for a hardcore fan such as myself, and I am not the only one who felt this way. Kirk Catella and Christopher J. Sengrove, writing for the gaming website Hardcore Gaming 101, also stated that Shin Megami Tensei 9 was not worth tracking down for series fans. So there you have it. Shin Megami Tensei 9 isn't really worth playing, and you're better off reading a plot summary, or even better, just play Nocturne, which only came out a few months after 9. If you want to experience the history of Shin Megami Tensei Imagine, then play 9. Otherwise, just play Imagine. Imagine is a sick installment into the Shin Megami Tensei franchise and a great MMO for the series. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to show your support for my channel. It really does mean the absolute world to me when you guys do these things. And with that all out of the way, you guys know the drill by now. I'm Risen Unleashed, the resident who felt like talking about 9 again and is unleashing it out into the world, and I'll catch you after I finish Persona 5 Strikers. Later.